Happy Friday, Wolves fans. Vitor Pereira has just done his press conference. He has apologised, which I'll get into, about his sending off. And he spoke about Strand Larsen, injury news, and if he's feeling the pressure. I'll start off with what he started off with in his press conference. He didn't even take any questions. He just sat down and straight away he wanted to say sorry about getting sent off against Brighton.
Before I start, I want to speak about the last situation with me, and about that I want to apologize, because I know football is emotional. I'm an emotional guy, but my behavior was not a proper behavior in a game. There was a moment of frustration because we lost 2 balls and we conceded 2 danger counterattacks, and the ball was there. The ball was there, and I kicked the ball, and for that cannot happen again. For that, I ask apologize for football.
Yeah, so there we go. He seemed very sorry. It was probably more of an accident, to be honest. Just booted a ball in frustration. It hit the 4th official. So, but the thing is, I guess it's good news. He will be on the touchline against Sunderland because his ban is not announced until after the weekend. So, at the moment, he's still not banned. It always takes him a while, doesn't it, to charge people and actually give him a ban. So, we'll find out how many games he won't be on the touchline for after this weekend against Sunderland. So, he also said later on that because he was up in the stands for the Brighton game, he found it hard to communicate with his assistant, so that's why some of the decisions were a bit poor. Seems like a bit of a cop-out, surely. There'd have been a plan of subs. So, there we go. We'll take his word for that one, though. He was also asked if he's feeling the pressure to get the results because of the position we're in.
I don't feel the pressure from outside, believe me, because I don't read nothing, I don't see nothing, I don't watch TV. It means that I live in my world, and my world is about me, about my team. It's about, of course, facing different opponents, but the pressure that I put in myself, this is the pressure that I feel. Yeah.
So there we go. It's official. Vitor Pereira has never watched this YouTube channel. Something told me he did. No, I'm joking. So yeah, but I probably think as a football manager and a Premier League manager, it must be so hard not to listen to the outside noise. Just listening to the radio like TalkSport or BBC WM, or, stumbling across YouTube videos, reading the Express and Star, reading any newspaper. It must be so hard as a Premier League manager not to do that. And I know some Premier League managers do soak it all in. It can't be good for your head, can it? And it must distract you and change you from making the decisions you want to make. So, do I believe he don't ever look at anything? No. I think he does. I think he does, man. But he's probably just saying that because it's probably a defence mechanism where he's saying that what people are saying are not getting to him. And obviously people criticised a lot of his decisions against Brighton, although he claims that he wasn't that responsible for those because he was up in the stands. But interesting. So he's not feeling the pressure, if you're to believe what he had to say. He's also put to him about injury news. Now, I was very interested in this, so let's hear what he had to say about the injury news going into Sunderland.
Ahead of tomorrow.
For tomorrow, we have some small problems with injuries. Ishan and Bellegarde is sick. We'll see if tomorrow if it's possible to have the players or not.
Okay. Yeah, so if you couldn't quite hear what he said there, the first one he said was Hwang Chan is a doubt and Bellegarde is sick. So that means if he does play the 4-3-3, the left forward position is up for grabs. Who will it be? Rodrigo Gomez? Will it be Fer Lopez? Will he start Tolu Arakaderi and Strand Larsen up front together with John Arias in behind, for example? We don't know. Hasn't spoke in the media interview about Doherty and his wrist injury. Whether he reveals that in the written press, you might know this watching it, but I assume Doherty is available for selection because nothing was mentioned about that in the visual press conference, but we'll see on match day. Then, I just mentioned him, Strand Larsen. He was asked if Strand Larsen is now finally fully fit from this Achilles issue he's been having. This is what he said.
Part of your identity is Jurgen Strand Larsen. We've spoken about him on a consistent basis. Is he ready to play a full 90 now for you? Is he finally at that full level of fitness, or how do you assess him?
He's trying. He's trying his best. You know, it's not easy to. It's not easy to be in the best level with pains. I understand, and until now he has pains. He has pain. And is trying to help the team. I hope he can help us again.
So there we go. He's still saying now he's trying. And look, I did a video on this the other week, and someone put in the comments, someone who'd had a similar injury, has said that it's such a niggling, reoccurring injury, an Achilles flare-up. So it's just going to keep coming back after every time he plays, because he come on for Norway in the international break, and then he started against New Zealand in a friendly. So I just assumed, yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine now. But it's still an issue, and it's clearly affecting his game, because he hasn't been the old Strand Larsen, has he, this season? Got his 2 really good goals against West Ham in the Carabao Cup, the header and the great finish, as we know. But in the league, he hit the post against Brighton, didn't he? But he just don't look his deadly self. So hopefully this Achilles tendon flare-up issue just goes sooner rather than later, because he is our talisman and he's our main man who we need to get the goals to keep us in this division, because as we know, we got 14 Premier League goals last season. But yeah, they're the main points I'll take out of the Vitor Pereira press conference that I've just watched. He seems very mellow. He weren't exactly down, but he weren't exactly very upbeat. He was a bit sheepish, obviously, because it's the first time he spoke since he's sending off, because we didn't hear from him after that game. Because the rule is, if you get sent off, you're not allowed to do the press conference after, which I didn't know, to be honest. I thought he just bottled it, but he didn't. But yeah, big game against Sunderland. I think he knows it. He praised Sunderland a lot. They're very, very good offset pieces, Sunderland, so we've got to be wary of that, and he realises that as well. And let's just hope we go there positive, and he's learnt from his mistakes. And if we do take the lead, we don't just sit back and try and protect it and throw 2 points away again. But comment your thoughts down below on the stories from the press conference today, and let me know what you think if you watched it, or what you think of my thoughts on it. Comment, subscribe, like. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping to keep on growing. Cheers everyone, and I'll catch you after the Sunderland game, which hopefully is me reacting to a Wolverhampton Wanderers first win in the Premier League.